As I was saying, this decal piece, as you can notice, the pattern's slightly different. I kind of messed up. I didn't know that it went on the front wheel fairing because the cutout piece was really small. I wasn't aware that it only covers the top of it and ends to like right here, and you just like cut it or where it seams into the on top of it. I thought it went all the way down, but no, it doesn't. So when you get that small piece, like, oh, where's my front fairing piece? It only goes on the top. So FYI. But it looks fine without it. It's just a primer black. All the fairings are primer black. So I think I can get away with it. Anyways, then the tail was another little intimidating piece. It's like you said, the CBR, you have to line it up. It takes time. This took me about 2 hours. And all I recommend is the knifeless cutting tape will come very, very handy. I recommend investing in that. A very good X-Acto knife. Those precision cutting pen knife, the blades on it. Invest your money in a decent one or a really good one, because when you get those nice cuts, it comes easy. I bought a cheap one. It came out jaggedy and it was crap. Invest in a good knife. Don't go cheap on a knife. Invest in the knifeless cutting tape. Makes a tank 20 times easier than just using the stripping what's it called? The stripping paint or tape, where you lay it down and you put the cut on top of it and then you pull the tape out. Knifeless cutting tape saves so much time. It's a little expensive though. I got a roll of 30 feet for like 15 bucks, which isn't too bad. It was more than enough to do the bike. I only used about 5 feet on the tank. And that's the only place I really use it. Anywhere else you don't really need to use it. I used it on the tail as well. You didn't have to, but I did. And the tail was 3 pieces as well. It was one on this side, and you have to stretch it all the way around and heat it with the heat gun. The heat gun is actually very, very useful. Well, it's a must, really, when doing it. Just be careful, don't overheat it, because you will put a hole in it. It's not until I get to this point where I had to have my wife help me, because just sometimes 2 hands is not enough. You have a second person, makes the process way easier. I didn't know that till the end. You got a buddy will help you. It will take a lot of stress off of you, because you want to do a good job. And with this variant, you can do it on the bike. But with mine, because there's 1, 2, 3 CBRs, 3 different fairings, especially if you got a design, you have to line it up. All my fairings had to come off the bike. So it took a while. Other than that, that's about it. Just wanted to give you my thoughts about the wrap. And if it's something you wanted to do, just a little idea what you're going to get yourself into. It's not bad, per se. But it is a lot of work, and you gotta have a lot of patience. And if you want to do it yourself, you gotta kind of have a knack for it. If you're naturally good at stuff like this, and you have the patience, you don't get frustrated, you can come out with a pretty decent bike. I did mine okay. I'm pretty satisfied how I did it. Messed up some areas. The only place I really messed up is here, where the wrinkles are. I forgot to show this side. And right here, I had the exact same thing on the other side, was these wrinkles. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to cut it, and just so I'll have it smooth. But, you see the seam here now. But I was like, forget it. I'm not even going to mess with it. But those are the only 2 spots where I really messed up. Like, not bad, but it's noticeable up close. But other than that, the bike went pretty smooth after that. And that's about it. That's all I could. And for the 94 primer, Definitely have to order it online. Can't find it anywhere. Home Depot, True Value. I recommend getting the can with the brush. You can get the pen, the big one. I get the big one, not the little ones. I got the little ones of eBay because they dry out really fast. And if you can take your time on it, do some here this day, next week, whatever, you can take your time on it, those will dry out. So I recommend getting either the can or the big pen so you can seal it up, use it later, because my little pens kept drying out. So I recommend investing in a can and a brush, because you are going to go through a little bit of primer. You don't even have to use that much on these fairings. These fairings. But let me get one more walk around. And those holes were tricky as well. That's where that X-Acto knife comes in handy. I heat it up and push the vinyl in, then I cut it so I don't cut on the outside of the fairing as the inside I did. Then I pushed whatever the left of the wrap was back and tucked it under so it looked more clean instead of just cutting a hole like that and around the fairing. But that was unavoidable. Like I said, right there was really tricky. You had to use a lot of the heat on it. I heated it, let it cool a little bit, stretch it, let it cool. Slowly take my time. And you have to line it up. Make sure you line it up before you do it, which use that blue tape. Line up, put the fairings together, line it up. It's not too difficult. You can figure it out. But there's the bike. There's the front end. It's just the same design on this side. Fairings are slightly different with kicks that goes down. I should have put it on my stand, but that's about it. It is a great product though. If you do looking for a bike wrap, I highly recommend Bikeskinz. Just know what you're doing when you do it, or have a professional do it if you're investing a lot of money. I did it, like I said, for the experience, because I like doing things myself. Alright, laters.